Welcome to SUSD Spotlight, your go-to source for all things happening within the district. Whether it's celebrating student and staff achievements, delving into trending education topics, or highlighting inspiring human interest stories, we've got you covered. Join us as we illuminate the incredible endeavors taking place in our schools and forge connections within our community. Get ready to be informed, inspired, and engaged as we embark on this journey together, spotlighting the extraordinary in SUSD. Welcome to another edition of SUSD Spotlight. Today we're really excited to welcome in studio Victoria Pacheco, CTE and Nursing Services Coordinator at Saguaro High School, along with Saguaro Senior Ella Matz. Welcome.
Thank you.
As we get started, it's really helpful for our guests to get a sense of who you are. So Ella, tell us a little bit about your experience here in Scottsdale Unified School District.
So I'm a senior at Saguaro High School. I started at Arcadia High School, did 2 years there, and then transferred to Saguaro the middle of junior year.
And Victoria, tell us about your time in Scottsdale Unified.
So this is actually my 9th year in the district. I've been a school nurse at a few of the elementary schools, and a couple of years ago I was presented with the opportunity to take over this program. There was a little hesitation as far as fear and nervousness, but I did eventually accept it, and this is my first year teaching.
So what can you tell us about the healthcare, career, and technical education pathway at Saguaro?
Well, it's an exciting opportunity for our students to get a firsthand view as far as medical careers, what it's like to be in a medical setting. We have a full hospital set up in our classroom. If you haven't been there, we would love to have you sometime. They, get that hands-on experience. We do clinicals, and it's not just people going into nursing. It's people that are interested in becoming doctors, speech pathologists, respiratory therapists, and so it's a full hands-on experience, and it's that basic knowledge as far as what you would need to get into the health career pathways.
So how long have you been in the program, Ella?
This is my first year in it.
It's your first year. And why did you decide to sign up?
Well, I know that I want to be a nurse, and I wanted experience going into college and just the industry in general, so that's why I signed up.
So what's your experience been like? Have you enjoyed it?
I've liked it a lot, yeah, and it just makes me feel a lot more confident going into college.
Any surprises?
It's harder than I thought.
Okay, and what's fun about it? What do you enjoy most when you go to class?
Just learning about the medical industry. It's something I've been interested in my whole life, so learning about it is really fun.
Okay, that's great.
And then I understand that you all can earn clinical hours outside of the classroom. And so what does that engagement look like with partners and or with real patients?
So we do get the opportunity. We start in the long-term healthcare setting. We have a couple different facilities that we use in South Scottsdale and in North Scottsdale we're going to have this year. We have a very large group this year, so we had to expand into 2 different facilities. And we spend about 45 hours there. They get that hands-on experience. And then we do a couple of different rotations through Honor Health, which is, I believe they had previously done that, but we're reestablishing that partnership this year. We'll get to do a few different locations as far as their facilities, hopefully get some of our students into the different areas like the ER, maybe seeing some OR experiences, and then we also partner with Banner Health too as well. And again, getting those patients into the actual hospital setting, different areas, different specialties, so they can see different areas of where they would like to be.
Are there certificates or a certificate that's earned at the end of this program?
Yes. So at the end of this program, they can sit for the boards for the certified nursing assistant. They could also do the licensed nursing assistant program as well. Either which way, it could bring them into a direct employment as well. A lot of the hospitals in the area use what's called a PCT, and so this is kind of giving them that pre-setting for that as well. Once they went into the hospitals, they would get a little more direct training, depending on what unit they went to, but this again gives them that basic knowledge as far as being able to get that direct employment.
And how many students are in the program?
Right now we have 32.
How many of those are full-time at Saguaro versus how many are from other high schools within the district?
So we do offer the program to all of the high schools in the district. Right now, the morning class we have we have Chaparral, we have Arcadia and Desert Mountain students. That's our bigger class. I have 24 kids. Right now, we have 8 kids from Saguaro, but we are looking to grow that program next year. That's one of my wigs.
And students can sign up as juniors as well?
Yes, so they can sign up as juniors juniors and or seniors. We have a couple juniors this year. There are some prerequisites. They have had to have the biology. I believe the GPA is 2.25, and then they would just reach out to their counselor. And as long as we had the openings, my goal is that hopefully we get enough seniors filling the program too. But yes, the juniors as well can enroll.
Ella, you said you're a senior. Did you always know you want to be a nurse, or has this helped you sort of hone in on what it is you want to do next, or where it is that you might go to school next?
I always knew I wanted to do something in the medical industry. I didn't always know it was nursing, but this did definitely help me decide that it is nursing I want to do, because it shows me like what nursing is, and I like what the class is.
So when you talked about the partnerships with Banner and Honor Health, can you talk a little bit more about what that looks like in the future? And are there other partnerships that you hope to create or expand on with employers here in Scottsdale?
Well, definitely. We've spoken to Mayo as well, as far as we did a CTE advisory committee a couple of weeks ago. Mayo does have an internship that they offer, so I definitely like to look into being able to offer our students that. But with the opportunities now that we have with Honor Health and Banner right now is that we're looking at to where we get to take these students in and do a full 8-hour day. So they kind of get to see that start to finish. Typically shifts are 12 hours, but that
I was going to say, I thought nurses work more.
It can be, kind of that daunting for that first, experience doing that, but they get, the big picture of the day, get to see kind of how the day goes, what our, routine is in the hospitals. But we have a couple of different dates that we have set up with these facilities, and then we would offer the students those full 8-hour days. We are hoping to expand more with Honor Health. We'd like to be able to use them fully as our partner. They're, the issue, we do have some age requirements with them. And so I've tried to see if there's anything we can do to get around that. But as far as, I think that it's a great opportunity for our community.
So from a student perspective, what do you think we could be doing as a district to help more students get interested in participating in a program like this?
I think just broadcasting it more. I don't think a lot of people know about this opportunity. I didn't know about it until my counselor told me about it, but I didn't see it on announcements or on websites or on email. So I think just getting it out to more people.
You think using social media helps, or are there other strategies?
I think social media is a big part because that's what students see a lot.
Okay, good.
And have your friends then taken an interest now that you're involved in this? Because I imagine there are those that are in the class that find that this is their passion and what they want to do. And probably some others that find out pretty quickly that this is not the path for them. But thankfully, they haven't invested in a college degree for this. They've been able to achieve this experience early.
Yeah, I've definitely spread the class to younger classmates that I know about at the school that are interested in healthcare. And it's great because people in the class can decide if this is what they like.
Now, this takes more than a regular class period, right? It covers 2 class periods?
It does. It is a block class period, so it does take 2 of your class periods, and that's why as far as being a junior, you have to be able to have that ability to give up that second block as well. But yes, it typically, our morning class is for the students from the outside. That way they can get to our campus and then leave in time to get to their school. We also provide transportation, the district does. So if they aren't able to drive themselves back and forth, we do have buses that will pick them up from their home school and then take them back to their home school after. And then our the 3 to 4th period is typically reserved for our Saguaro students as well. And then during that time, that's when we also do those clinicals, those 2-hour clinicals during for the long-term care. We do those during that time. So after we come back from our winter break, we will start heading into those. So 2 days a week we'll be off campus doing those clinicals during that time period.
Well, you think about the healthcare industry, and it's one of those that is always hiring. Nurses are always in high demand, like teachers. And so is that something that you're also able to convey to students, especially when the job market is changing so drastically, and you think about AI, but then you think about these connections that we have to make as people and patient care and how far that goes?
Yes, exactly. And I think for even myself, as not just tying yourself to one part of a a job as well. You can work in many different places. You can do the ER, you can do labor and delivery, you can do the OR. And myself, I've had different experience in different areas, and so that's what I try to teach these students is you go into it and it's something that you can build upon. You can educate yourself not just in this beginning basic area, but just continue to grow as well.
Very cool.
So, Ella, have you decided where you're going to go after you graduate?
I haven't decided yet, but I want to go to University of Tennessee.
Okay. Well, that'll be an exciting adventure. At the end of every podcast, I like to ask my guests a specific question. I'd like you to think about a teacher who made a difference in your life, somebody who might have inspired you on the path you're on, or just, done something that kind of stands out as a way that you can give a shout out to them today. And I'd like to ask both of you that question.
My business teacher, Mr. O from Arcadia,
Okay.
he inspired me a lot.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about him.
Oh gosh, that was a long time ago for me. I do believe it was probably my biology teacher in high school. I didn't have a program like this, and so she is somebody that really pushed me towards. She knew I was very science driven, and just kind of pushed me in the right direction as far as going into healthcare.
I think career and technical education programs are extraordinarily important. It's great for students to be able to get that hands-on experience to see how your academics apply to what it is you're going to pursue as a profession. Thank you both for being guests on our Spotlight today. We are so grateful for your insights and your taking the time to share with us.
Thank you for having us.
I want to thank our listeners for tuning in to this episode of SUSD Spotlight, and we hope that you will pitch us ideas for future episodes. You can find us online at susd.org/spotlight.